Well, Lamar, it's your birthday, and it's episode
Yes.
34 of the Perfect Turd podcast, and you picked the movies, sir.
Yes, I selfishly looked at this moment to get a reason to talk about Black Dynamite, but we're going to make it a little bit more interesting, and we're going to compare Black Dynamite, which is a blaxploitation parody, to another classic blaxploitation parody, I'm Gonna Get You Sucka. Yeah, this is a selfish reason for me to talk about Black Dynamite, which is one of my favorite comedies ever. So,
Yeah, I
yes.
really enjoyed it. Well, since it's your favorite comedy ever,
Okay.
lay it on us real quick.
So
What's
the
plot
actual
is?
story of Black Dynamite is that Black Dynamite is probably the baddest motherfucker in this movie ever. And his brother gets killed. And he is on a warpath to find out who did it in the seedy world of drugs and stuff. And this includes him having, well, I won't say having sex with a bunch of women. In this movie, a good number of women, beating up people and shooting a lot of people. So
Yep.
typical blaxploitation. And our hero, I guess you could say our man crush, Michael Jai White, surprisingly is in this movie.
He's great in this movie.
That's going to be part of my discussion.
It's his greatest movie. It is.
You think it's his greatest?
I think it is.
I would make the argument, yes, it is, because it's so out of character.
Yeah.
This certified my admiration for him as not just like martial arts, but like also like as an actor, and he's a performer. I'm going to be biased as hell with this. So that's Black Dynamite, but we'll talk about the story and everything later. But then we get to I'm Gonna Get You Sucka.
I'm Gonna Get You Sucka. I like this movie. It was Keenen Ivory Wayans, right? Is the main
he stars and writes and directs it.
And he's basically he's like a military guy, but then it's revealed that he was actually like an accountant.
Yes.
He comes home from the military to find out that his brother has died on the streets, on the mean streets. What did he die from, Lamar?
Gold chains. A little parody, a little satire, all that funny going on. Yes.
So basically, the whole thing is like he's just going out, kind of same thing, to clean up the streets and get revenge for his brother.
Yeah, it's a throwback to blaxploitation movies, and even has some of those people in it.
Right, and that's basically the plot of it. There's just a lot of funny stuff, a lot of kind of the Wayans brothers type of the way they like to make their parody films.
Yes.
How we're going to compare these movies, we've got some categories, and what are the categories?
We're going to compare the leads to each other. We're going to compare the cast, the overall cast, and then we're going to compare the story / sticking it to the man, because that's like a big blaxploitation thing, going against white supremacy, that kind of thing. That's part of it. And then we're going to go to just comedy and parody later on. So those are the categories that we're comparing these movies.
Well, we kind of touched on it already. Let's get into it. The lead character, actor.
Oh boy. Let's first start. I'm, of course, being biased, and I want to save the best for last. I'm Gonna Get You Sucka with Mr. Jack Spade. I like that they kind of play the whole, he's the super macho guy that comes from the war, and then you find out he's not.
Yeah.
So that adds comedy to it. So I like that part. The funniest part is when he's like, I've been trained for combat. Goes outside, he gets a gun, and then they start shooting, and he starts freaking out.
Yeah.
So he's on that hero's journey, but in a funny way. And then he has to learn from Jack Spade how to be a hero and everything.
And there's one point in the movie where he gets injured, but he gets like a cut on his finger only.
Total parody of First Blood.
First Blood,
Rambo. That, like you said, it's the Wayans comedy.
He's completely like, he's not good with women and stuff. And the guy's like trying to explain to him like, there's getting love and there's getting laid. And that woman over there is for getting laid. And he's all like, he's like real shy around women and stuff.
Childish everything.
Childish, So, he's a good character. It's a lot of fun. But it's not as good as Black Dynamite.
Boy, oh boy. So we first have to start about the opening of the movie. We see his brother get killed. And then they're like, oh my God, do you know whose brother this is? Right off the bat, Black Dynamite is having not a threesome, but a foursome. And then it's later revealed that there's two other women that he had sex with in the same bed. So he is already a man's man.
Yeah.
That's his first scene. And then he goes and pretty much goes to collect money from this guy. He has awesome kung fu skills. And it's really crazy because he's playing like that typical macho character, but he's doing it with so much flair. So Michael Jai White just kills it.
He's amazing. Like I said before, this is his best movie. It's great. He's great.
I don't see anybody else playing this character.
No.
Like nobody, because he also wrote the movie. He wrote part of it. Yeah. And so he has like that mindset of who Black Dynamite is. There was parts in the movie where he would talk to the director and be like, Black Dynamite wouldn't say that. And so he knows the character well. There's so many quotables. I mean, I could go through the whole thing, you diabolical dick shrinking motherfuckers, but we would talk about later. He has so many quotables. He's like the super macho man that probably might say he's toxic masculinity, but it's just hilarious to see Michael Jai White play that character. Yeah. He's just awesome.
And unlike some of the other movies we've seen with him, he actually does martial arts in this movie. Which is great. So it's like you said, with Michael Jai White, he's usually straight action. He's usually kind of like very stern and all that. Stoic. And then this one, it's more fun. But at the same time, he gets to do the awesome martial arts. He's cracking jokes. He's doing it. This is a great role for him. It's number one. So obviously 2 points for Black Dynamite on character on the lead.
I don't know if we have enough time. I could probably quote damn near everything he says. That's hilarious to me. Yes.
So then we move on to the supporting cast. Which film had the best supporting cast? I think for me, I'm actually going to have to give this one to I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, because it's amazing cast. You have pretty much all the Wayans brothers.
Damon Wayans is in this movie. Kim Wayans. There's John Witherspoon, Bernie Casey, Steve James, Isaac Hayes, Janet Duvall,
Jim Brown.
I mean,
Chris Rock had a funny little kind of cameo.
One of his first movies ever.
Yeah, he was funny.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's so many people. Hawthorne James. Black Dynamite has, of course, like a really good supporting cast too. Like Carl Yarbo. Even Arsenio Hall is in it. Tommy Davidson.
He surprised me, actually. Arsenio, he was really good in that part.
It's just that, dear God, if we were to say every single person in I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, we would have an hour-long show. It's Black Dynamite has a great supporting cast. I still have to give it to I'm Gonna Get You Sucka. So,
nice. Well, it's a 2-2 tie then. But we move on to the story / sticking it to the man plot. To me, this one is obvious, but what do you think?
Once again, saving the best for last. So, I'm Gonna Get You Sucka.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back home. His brother dies from gold chains. They have to take down Mr. Big. They have to rally everybody, the old school guys. And so the story is kind of standard with funny parts in it.
Yep.
So it's funny for what it is. Black Dynamite actually is way more complex because it starts off with the Anaconda malt liquor. So the plot runs into actually what was happening is that the government was developing Anaconda malt liquor to make black men's penises smaller. And that's hilarious. So that's the whole plot. And then it goes all the way up to President Nixon.
It goes all the way to Nixon. Yeah.
Black Dynamite wins again. I just thought it was hilarious. Even the story itself was hilarious. So what do you think?
I 100% agree because, like you said, the complexity of the plot, as far as it goes from like the local crime boss to Kung Fu Island, where Black Dynamite has to go and have a kung fu fight with the Chinese master,
fiendish Dr. Wu.
Yeah. Then it goes all the way to the White House. So the plot, the man, everything, it's at a larger scale. It definitely goes to Black Dynamite. So that's 2 points back to Black Dynamite. We've got 4-2. We head into our last category, Lamar. It's the comedy / parody of the blaxploitation genre.
Boy, oh boy. I'm going to do the same exact thing I've done for the past categories.
Okay.
Saving the best for last. So I really appreciate like Keenen Ivory Wayans got those guys from like that era. So I appreciate that part of it. It really does have like, the story of, taking it to the streets, taking it to the man.
Yeah.
And so they make fun of things. It's more so like a story that has funny parts in it, not the overall story.
Right.
His character not being a real hero. His mom is always saving him, so that's a funny part of it. So it's more of a story with funny parts.
Yeah.
Black Dynamite is just making fun of the whole genre, from Black Dynamite's character to the story. There's a funny part where we talked about this before. He goes to the doctor's office and he basically is about to have sex with the nurse, and the doctor's like,
after
really?
Getting shot, by the way.
After getting shot. And then the doctor's like, really, Black Dynamite's like, what you think was going to happen? You send her in with them titties. Hilarious, because he's so macho, women just fall to his feet. And it makes fun of like the blaxploitation of like that super black man. Have any woman beat up anybody, shoot at anybody. So that's me. I have it for Black Dynamite.
For Black Dynamite. Well, sir, I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah.
Black Dynamite, it's so perfect in how it parodies that genre of film. They get every single detail, every trope. Even like at one point, he stands up, the camera clumsily follows him up, and then the boom microphone is hanging down. Like, they get every single detail, where the other movie, while it was good and it was fun, it was more of a general parody. There was a lot of the humor was completely unrelated to that genre of film, but Black Dynamite nails it 100%. So, 2 more points for Black Dynamite. That gives us a runaway 6-2. Yes. Black Dynamite wins this time around to our sticking it to the man.
Yeah, so, I mean, this movie is classic to me. I've seen it, and it has to be in the double digits. So
yeah. I mean, it's great. I recommend this to everyone, not just B-movie people. Like, this movie is a great movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They even made a cartoon out of it. Yeah. They did a bunch of stuff with it. I would love a sequel to this movie. We may never get it, but Black Dynamite is all we need. So
yeah, it's all you need. Cool.
Yes.
All right. Perfect Turd Podcast, episode 34. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yes.
Peace.
Versus Black Dynamite. Yep. Deuces.